All year, we've covered stories about the increasing cost of groceries and how families are dealing with it. Kroger is one of the many grocery stores that has been accused of price gouging by lawmakers. Here with us now is Representative Rashida Tlaib, one of the voices who's raised concerns. Thank you so much for being with us here today.
No, thank you for having me.
For you, what has been the thing that you've heard from your constituents, everyday people who are out there just trying to buy food to put on the table?
Yeah, I mean, Kroger's is one of the largest grocery stores in the nation and a significant presence here in Michigan. And of course, the price of groceries, the price of auto insurance, healthcare, all of it adds up. And to see, Kroger decide to implement, these electronic shelving, labels, digital labeling, or whatever they want to call it and label it. But the point is, we know that a lot of corporations are using some of this technology to price gouge. Now, I'm hoping they'll respond to my letter that I sent by November 1st. But I want to know what is going to be what are actually the processes? What are they going to do to protect, the consumer and our families that, again, don't want to be on one aisle, right? Mm-hmm. And saying, I'm going to go get the bread in the next aisle. And all of a sudden they get to the aisle and it's up 20 cents. I mean, this may be drama, a big change, but it's true. Right now, you can come into a store and, it's there, the paper label is there. You see that what the pricing is. I just don't want my families to be able to have more anxiety over grocery shopping, or having facial recognition technology, right, Lauren? Just watching you while you grocery shop. We already have enough of it online that they can't physically go grocery shop without having facial recognition technology, which is flawed, which can be misused. What is the data? Where's the information going? Are they going to sell it? Combined with the, electronic labeling, I just feel like the corporations is going to use it to make more profits and not really to reduce prices or to help our families be able to address the unaffordability of groceries today.
And when you talk about that tech specifically, what is most troubling? Because you said it's flawed.
Yeah, it is. Facial recognition technology, studies have shown, don't even recognize black faces. It has been considered racist, flawed. We already know of a gentleman right here in our region that was accused, arrested in front of his family, and it wasn't him. And again, that's why a lot of prosecutors don't use facial recognition technology as the primary evidence and even going after a suspect, because so many studies come out that it's flawed. I really feel like corporations, large ones like Kroger, this is not to reduce pricing. This is always going to be about putting profits first. And that's why, I think Congress, we're always supposed to be the barrier in the pushback for corporate greed in our country. And I really think combining that with AI, Kroger is looking at using artificial technology. All of that combined, I just see prices going up, not being decreased.
And you said they're putting profits first. You're trying to put people first. Why was it so important for you to speak up?
You should hear it in my coffee hour. I brought this up just to kind of see, and they're like, what? What are you talking about? I said, they want to put this thing called digital labeling, and they're like, wait, so I'm going to be on one aisle and they could change it. And I say, I never thought of it that way, but maybe. I don't know. Nothing prevents them from doing that. And again, Kroger can continue to say that they're not going to use this for price gouging, but why not? Have more transparency. Why not listen to your consumers? I'm really troubled by the fact that Kroger hasn't been transparent. They've already have them, I think, in 500 stores. Or do they have notices at the front letting, my residents, our neighbors know that facial recognition technology is being used here, or that they're using digital labeling? All of that to say is most of our residents have no clue, no idea this is happening. They just want to go get the loaf of bread, the eggs, the bread, make dinner for their family. I don't want them to be, a victim again, continued corporations using technology to price gouge.
Is there something in your letter specifically that you want Kroger to address first or most? Is there something that is this is a priority?
Yes.
And people really need to know?
Of course it's around price gouging, right? And they'll deny it. They always do, but we got to make sure and prevent it. It's the privacy. Are they going to sell our data? Are they going to share what aisles we were? Are they going to share it with businesses saying, Rashida and Lauren, are really looking at this yogurt? I don't know what it is, but I know that people understand that a lot of these corporations use that data and sell it. We see it now with other use of technology. Our data continues to be sold. Are they storing that data? What's happening with the footage that they're getting of us? Again, we're going there just, again, trying to buy the products for dinner or for lunch or kids' lunch boxes the next morning. And they're just trying to use, again, this kind of technology that keeps coming about. It's not, again, as they say, to decrease prices. All we see is prices going up. And then what do you do with the data? Are you selling it? Is it going to be private? These are concerns that many of our families have. They don't want to be monitored. They don't want to be watched. They just want to buy their loaf of bread.
And as tech continues to advance, this is such a tech-driven world,
Yes.
and there are so many benefits. What is the solution so that people are comfortable with some changes that tech might bring along?
Yeah, and tech can be very positive and we've seen it. I love that we can now have telehealth, so that in communities that might not have huge, strong mental health services can do telehealth. It's great when we can use it for positive. However, what we see with corporations that have shareholders, right? That's who they bow down to. They're using technology to make more money. And we need, as Congress, we're the ones who are supposed to push back against that and say, no, you will not capture data and algorithms on our families and sell it so that you can sell more products. Or we're not going to allow you to do digital pricing so that you can price gouge easier than you are now. I mean, so these are things that are, I get incredibly important. I ask Kroger, understand the consumers need to know more. You're doing this without even talking to them. They're the reason that you even exist. So engage them, be transparent about them. They want to know, what are you using the facial recognition technology for? Are you, is it going to be stored? Is it a private company? Is it going to be, all these things that come about. And I mean, you can hear it in my voice. I have anxiety over it. I can't imagine my senior or the family, the families looking at this and seeing this and listening to us talk about this, how they're like, wow, we can't even grocery shop anymore without being watched.
Such an important conversation to have. So many questions that really do need answers. Thank you so much for being here with us today.
Yeah, thank you.
In a statement, Kroger says its business model is, quote, built on a foundation of lowering prices to attract more customers. The company also says that it's never engaged in surge pricing and that any test of electronic shelf tags is designed to lower prices for more customers where it matters most.